want to hear from Bianca Enix. Bianca, what role do settlement videos play in persuading adjusters, mediators, or opposing counsel to see the full human impact of a case? And the reason I mention mediators is because when you have a mediator, they have a lot of power. They have more power than some of you may even realize, right? They're supposed to be a neutral voice in the room, and they're going back and forth between the rooms. You don't know what they're saying when they're in that other room. You have no idea what they're saying. So what role do settlement videos play in persuading adjusters, mediators, or opposing counsel to see the full human impact of a case? Bianca?
Thank you for that question, Dr. Tanya. As a plaintiff attorney, it is my role to be my client's voice. And ultimately, it is my goal to turn their pain into power. I feel that the settlement videos that Dr. Tanya does with her team gives my clients the power that they need to be able to come to the negotiating table and to be able to get the money that they deserve. The settlement videos tell the client's story in such a way where you feel the empathy. The videos humanize the client's pain, whether it's an auto collision or a premise liability situation. And it humanizes the pain of the loved ones whose family members have died in wrongful death situations. Over the last 19 years that I've been practicing law, I have seen insurance companies, defense attorneys minimize the pain and the trauma that Black and brown claimants have experienced. And when they minimize the pain, that means that they want to settle the case for a lot less than white claimants, white men and women. And what I have learned is that Dr. Tanya and her team have created these settlement videos and other strategies to level up my practice and to help me to be able to get the money that my clients deserve. Dr. Tanya last year helped me settle a huge case for me. I had a woman in 2020, low income, single mom, who worked 3 or 4 jobs. And she still lived in low income housing in Oakland, California, because California is expensive. And she was living in an apartment building where the owner just did not care about maintaining the building at all. The staircase in the back was in horrible disrepair. They had rodent issues from time to time. And this woman felt like, you know what? This is just the best that I can do. I'm going to have to suck it up and live through it. So one day she came home after working one of her jobs, and she was walking up these stairs and her foot caught in a piece of rotten wood. She stumbled back, tried to catch herself on the rail. The rail gave out because it was rotten wood, and she fell 10 feet. She busted her head open. She had fractures in multiple parts of her spine, fractures in her ribs, dislocated shoulder. And after this happened, she goes to the hospital. They give her a major surgery, basically some kind of cement that they put into her spine just to stabilize her spine. And she had to go to therapy. And while she was in therapy, the property owner never called her to ask her, how you doing? How are you feeling? They actually went to the apartment building, did some work on the roof, and negligently left a hole in the roof that went straight into her apartment. So by the time she got home from therapy, she had an infestation of rats. So she's home in pain, can barely move, right? And now she has rats defecating in her stove, in the oven, in the bathrooms, all over the apartment. She comes to me and was like, Bianca, I know this is not right, and I need help. And I was so determined to get this woman just the turn, like I said, pain into power. So I got busy making sure that she had a great strategy with her treatment plan. And then I contacted my mentor, Mr. McCamey over here, and I said, listen, Reginald, please help me get this woman just the money that she deserves for this case. And so Reginald introduced me to Dr. Tanya, and Dr. Tanya ran with it. She was like, Bianca, I got you. We did mock trials. She did the mediation video. She made sure that she captured this woman's voice and made sure that she humanized the pain that she was going through. And as a result of Dr. Tanya's efforts, and of course, my efforts and Reginald's efforts, we got this woman out of this rat-infested home and got her a multi-million-dollar settlement. And now she owns her own house and she doesn't have to deal with that man anymore that owned that apartment building. And what I have to say is that I am so blessed to have met Dr. Tanya because she has shown me how to make sure that I leveled up my practice. And if I were to give some tips on what to do when you file a lawsuit on one of your big cases, get in touch with Dr. Tanya immediately so that you can start talking about your themes. Start thinking about how can you structure this so that you can have a clear pathway of what you need to do as you're litigating the case. When you have depositions, make sure that you videotape those depositions so that you can get sound bites out of those, right? And make sure that you have your stuff in order because Dr. Tanya don't play. Make sure that you have your medical records and everything ready to go. Make sure you answer every phone call that she has and make sure you tell your clients to answer those phone calls as well because Dr. Tanya is going to be calling them a lot to make sure that she is able to get the essence of their story in her presentations. So I definitely recommend her services, her staff services, and I certainly am utilizing her in another week from now for mediation. And I know that we're going to do an excellent job with that case. And I definitely just recommend that you just work hard so that you can help your Black and brown clients and other clients to be able to get the power that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca.